Yeah, it was just mathematical call. I was getting 3-1 on a call, and it goes like raised by Daniel Cates, Jungleman, who's opening a lot of hands. I'd already seen him open like 8-5 suited, so I felt like it was a good re-raise because he opens a lot of hands because he's cash game player. Generally, cash game players open more. So like I thought it was a good re-raise, so I re-raised him. I had 9-6 of clubs, and now Tom, who's also a loose player, cash game player, but he still has to have a good hand because it was my first re-raise too, and he went all in, and I was just thinking about mathematics purely there. I know he has a better hand than me. Yeah. But you know, Tom, if he has ace jack there, maybe he'd go all in because it's Tom. You know, and he knows I re-raise quite light. So I was just thinking whether.
Yeah, you were. I think in your mind you were thinking most probably I have 2 live cards.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Versus Tom. Yeah.
It's 3-1.
Yeah.
Enough. You know.
But then I know he's going to have 10s, jacks, queens, kings, aces as well, which don't play so good.
I think we.
And in cash game, I will call. Okay, I'll call because price. But in tournament, it's not so much about price. It's about
the chips are so valuable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's why I elected to fold.
Yesterday I did not have particularly big stack on my left, but they are good players, you know, True Taylor and John Dwan. You know. Interesting, you know, there was one hand, you know, I had Ace King under the gun. The blind was, I raised to 7,000, you know. True Taylor make it 17 and Jordan make it 45, you know. I did not know what to do, you know. It came back to me.
Yeah, tough spot.
And they have 300,000 each, you know, I have 400,000. And I decided to move all in, but which was wrong. Obviously, you know, yeah. So in those type of sports, experience comes in a lot, you know. Looking back, I think folding is the best option.
Yeah, I think folding is good.
Yeah.
If I raise like a mid position or late position, and then maybe different because more likely it's stealing, but because you raise under the gun, maybe.
It was
tough spot though.
Seven-handed.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's not even. Yeah, it's a tough spot.
Tough spot.
Yeah. It's like when you've got like a big stack on your left that's also a good player, maybe you just don't open raise as much. So when it folds to you, you have like a medium strength hand that sometimes you would raise, maybe because good player on your left with chips, you just fold.
Yes.
So maybe you just tighten up a little bit when good player on your left with chips. That's my probably main adjustment.
Yeah, generally, I think so.
Yeah.
Generally, we should. Well, I think nowadays a lot of people has their phones, you know, look at news, you know, texting. But no, I'm too busy to even have that luxury.
It's too difficult. Yeah, I find it difficult because like I'm always wanting to do something anyway. That's sometimes my problem actually in tournaments. I'm a little bit impatient sometimes, where these new generation guys seem to be very, very patient, very disciplined. You'll wait for good hands, good spots, and if you live like a high tempo life, sometimes you know you get a bit impatient. But it's something I need to work on personally. But like I'm working on it. I've addressed it. But like it's difficult sometimes because it's kind of slow, and everyone's taking so much longer these days to make decisions. So it can be not as fun.
Yeah, I think in future we can think about making our Triton tournaments with shot clock.
Shot clock, like Aussie Millions.
Like the Aussie Millions.
That works
well, high roller,
That works well.
I played that one. I like it a lot.
It works really well, actually. Yeah.
Yes.
It's more fun
with
to
time
play.
extensions. You know, everybody given 2 or 3 time extensions per period of time. You know.
It works well in the Aussie Millions.
I think we'll try it next time.
They can make decisions on the internet in 60 seconds, so they should be able to make it on live. But
not taking 3 minutes for every streets. You know.
Yeah. I think it depends on like the bubble. For sometimes if the bubble's only 2 times buy-in, you know, you don't try and get into the money because it's only 2 times buy-in. But you know, if it's 3 times buy-in, for example, you may be more likely to try and get into the money because it's 3 times your entry fee. But I think in general we just make decisions based on our hand, whether we think we got the best hand, and try and exploit people in situations that are abusing the bubble, if you like. But I don't know. I personally don't really.
For me, I always go for it. You know.
Yeah, you just play.
Don't even notice I'm on the bubble sometimes.
Yeah. And that's something that works in your favour, though. Yeah. People are not going to mess around with you on the bubble because he knows he wants to just play.
I mean, if you play that way, you get a lot of easy pots.
And you can set yourself up to win the tournament. You know, like when everyone else is waiting, if you decide that you're not, you know, you start trying to exploit and being more aggressive and taking risk, it can be rewarding because you put yourself in a position to now win the tournament rather than just get a small cash.